can actually borrow.
And podcast of your favorite TV and radio shows on Joy and Adom platforms. Powerful search. Find any story with ease with a simple click. Access precisely what you're looking for. Experience the future of news browsing with myjoyonline.com.
Piers.
Hi, Kojo.
How you doing?
Doing very well.
Good morning.
Good morning.
There's a lot of money in politics. It's a place where some people go to reap their cuckoo every election. Listen to how the political landscape itself, the political machinery itself, defends and explains what is a crime, vote buying, explains it away and makes it seem normal. Just listen to this.
My brother, you as a journalist, we have to be in reality. Once I'm going, you look for lorry first. Is it not normal in Ghana? Or you look for lorry first, then you say it. So once I'm going, I'll go free.
I want to look for lorry fare from you.
Yes, then I will do that and give everybody a lorry.
Chairman Wundumi, explaining to a journalist, why money is being given to delegates for them to vote. He calls it lorry fare. Lorry fare to the tune of 10,000 cedis at a go.
Yeah.
I mean, where are they traveling from? That's going to cost 10,000 cedis. Space.
It's interesting, Kojo, and it's becoming a worrying trend when you take a look at the period, or we take a look at how far we've come when it comes to politics in Ghana. It appears, each and every time issues about monetization keeps increasing, and there doesn't seem any concern on the part of politicians to address this canker, and it's becoming worrying because why should you buy the voters' right?
The problem is that if we don't fix it, it's going to get much worse. So today we're talking about it on the Super Morning Show. First, big thanks to those who brought us the 6 a.m. news. I mean, Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. And Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. Here we go.
Good morning, everyone. This is the Joy Business Report. Coming up, Bank of Ghana to investigate reports of some individual holding cocoa bills who are yet to be paid as it promises to resolve this issue. Also, Governor of the Bank of Ghana insists the cedi has responded positively on International Monetary Fund's program despite recent challenges. Plus, Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry downplays any significant impact of 29% policy rate reduction on lending rate. We have these and many others for you. Please stay. Thanks so much for your company. I am Pius Kojo Baka. Straight to our very first story. The Bank of Ghana has promised to investigate reports of some individuals holding cocoa bills who are yet to be paid. This follows reports that some of the holders of the financial instrument who did not participate in the debt exchange program are yet to receive the required settlement. Dr. Ernest Addison is the governor of the Bank of Ghana.
Thought that all the individual holders of cocoa bills had been sorted out, actually. So I was surprised to hear about the noise that there are individual holders of cocoa bills who opted not to participate. I mean, individual holders were really not part of the restructuring of the cocoa bills. So that issue has to be resolved. I don't think that there's any big debate about that. We said that right from the beginning that originally they should not even have been sold cocoa bills. And therefore we ensured that all individuals were paid. So I was surprised to hear that there are a few out there still that were not sorted out, and we will look at it.
Let's stay a while longer with Dr. Ernest Addison because he is insisting that the cedi has responded positively on the International Monetary Fund support program This has culminated in some $1.2 billion inflows from the fund. George Yafe has more.
Some have questioned the IMF program's influence on the local currency's fortunes. This was after the cedi ended last year with about 27% depreciation, has even seen some blips over the past weeks. But Governor of the Bank of Ghana disagrees.
This is not a fixed exchange rate, but if you look at the graph, it appears as if the cedi has been fixed, right? But that reflects, some of the improved external sector condition, current account balance, the improvement in the foreign exchange buffers of the central bank.
The Bank of Ghana Governor Dr. Ernest Addison also justified the marginal policy rate cut despite push for a bigger reduction to help stimulate growth.
Couldn't we have gone any deeper? No, we couldn't have, because we have forecasted that we need to maintain this level of real rates in order to get to that end year range.
The banking sector remains robust and they are even in a strong position to recapitalize way before the proposed deadline.
Remember, we had given them up to 2026, 3 years to recapitalize, but they are way ahead of the recapitalization plan.
The Bank of Ghana Governor Dr. Ernest Addison also indicated that Ghana is doing far better than expected when it comes to the targets set under the IMF program. Therefore, there wouldn't be any need for some extra measures implemented to aid in the quick recovery of the economy.
George Yafe with that report. Meanwhile, the Ghana cedi gained across the major trading currency last week on the back of improved foreign exchange supply amid easing demand pressures. It appreciated by 1.21% against the US dollar to reduce its year-to-date loss of 0.9% on the retail market. Here's more.
The easing foreign exchange demand pressures, aided by Bank of Ghana's $11 million spot market intervention, relieved the cedi of some depreciation pressures last week. As a result, the cedi gained significantly against the American greenback to close at 12 cedis 38 pesos on the retail market. Analysts expect the local unit to continue to strengthen this week on the back of additional inflows from the World Bank. The World Bank approved $300 million for development policy operations in Ghana, with this release being the first of a series of 3 DPOs of $300 million each. These inflows from multilateral partners from last week will continue to aid the Bank of Ghana's intervention capacity and hold the cedi steady against the major foreign currencies.
A Business Desk report talking about the cedi. It's a better time now to look at how it's faring, and the cedi is going for 12 cedis 38 pesos to the US dollar on the retail market. It is selling at 15 cedis 55 pesos against the pound and is however trading at 13 cedis 38 pesos to the euro. Now, the Bank of Ghana has begun engaging accounting firms to undertake a review of models used by various banks to assess the quality of their loans books. Now, this is to ensure that the commercial banks conform to growing international standards capable of withstanding shocks. Head of Banking Supervision, Osei JC, says plans are far advanced to use professionals from the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana and the big accounting firms to review the models. He spoke on behalf of the governor of the central bank during a short ceremony to launch a new Chartered Accountants Professional Qualification Syllabus.
These engagements provided clarity to industry on how to report the impact of the DDEP in their financial statements. A similar reporting framework was also developed by the Bank of Ghana with inputs from the ICAG during the COVID era to contain the external shocks. Presently, work is ongoing to engage the Big Four accounting firms to undertake a review of IFRS 9 ECL models currently being used by banks to assess the quality of their loan portfolios.
Osei JC is the head of banking supervision at the Bank of Ghana. Now, the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry says the marginal reduction in the policy rate from 30% to 29% will not significantly impact interest rates. According to the chamber, it was expecting a sizable reduction to help reduce the cost of borrowing. Speaking to Joy Business, Chief Executive of the chamber, Mark Beduabuaji, said private businesses are still struggling to borrow at over 35% interest rates.
Well, the impact will not be significant. Of course, at least interest rates are either will remain the same or there will be a marginal reduction in interest rate. And as businesses, at this point in time, what we are expecting is not a marginal reduction, but a much more significant reduction in interest rate. Our interest rate now average is about 35%. I don't think that a 1% reduction in policy rate will cause interest rate even to fall below 30%. It will be around 34, and that will not cost anything. Businesses, as I said, will not benefit from this reduction. We were expecting a reduction that will make businesses happy, a reduction that will bring lending rates significantly down. And of course, that did not happen, but I think it's a right signal.
Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mark Bedu Abuaji, speaking to Joy Business there. Now, the equity market is expected to perform well in 2024 due to the improving economy, low market valuation, and increasing interest in equities. That's a forecast by Data Bank Research. It forecasts a rise in the Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index to gain 20% by the end of the year. Here's more.
The research firm said it expects banking stocks to fare better in 2024 as the financial sector continues recuperating from the aftermath of the domestic debt exchange program. Banks are undergoing another round of recapitalization, and many expect them to become better equipped to absorb shocks and maintain financial stability. This will present a potentially profitable investment opportunity over the medium to long term. Data Bank Research also expects Ghana's telecom market leader, MTN, to continue to do well in 2024 as its favorable market valuation, strong financial performance, and consistent dividend payout continue to draw investor interest. Despite the strong performance among consumer goods counters in 2023, it however foresees more capacity for these stocks to continue to do well in 2024, benefiting from the rebounding of the Ghanaian economy.
A Business Desk report. And to some other stories, the Chief Executive of Standard Chartered Wealth Management Limited, Dr. Seto Kwashiga, is urging Ghanaians to take advantage of offshore investments and diversify their portfolios. According to her, there is the need for people to not only focus on local bonds, but look for other investment opportunities as well. She spoke to Joy Business when a health fair met some investors.
Undercapitalized banks will at a minimum inject 1/3 of the capital required annually. The research firm said it expects banking stocks to fare better in 2024 as the financial sector.
We sincerely apologize for that hiccup there. Now, on Investor Eye, you must always be careful when an investment scheme promises high returns. The higher the return on the investment, the more risky it becomes. Let's take a listen to the Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Reverend Dr. Daniel Ogbamitete.
Is whether you appreciate the risk return characteristics of the product. Because risk, I like to say, is the ever-present guest when it comes to investing. And there's always that trade-off. The principle is that the higher the return, the higher the risk, and vice versa. Unfortunately, people like to chase returns and they lose sight of the fact that there's a trade-off. So again, you must ask yourself, do I understand the trade-off between risk and return where this particular product is concerned? That would help you also to make a decision, because if the risk is more than you are willing or able to take, then you advise yourself. Okay, so that is very important.
Reverend Dr. Daniel Ogbamitete is the Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission with today's edition of Investor Eye. Before we wrap up, let me take you to the commodities market. Crude oil lost about $3 to open trading at $77 a barrel this morning. Gold is trading at $2,032 an ounce after losing marginally. Cocoa, however, increased by $60 and selling at $4,732 a ton. Ending the Joy Business Report. Guess who is seated? The guy who promised to buy Wache.
Are you trying to say that you want to buy Wache for me this morning?
I haven't said so.
Let's be clear.
And listeners could bear us witness.
Sabu, before we go for our inspirational song for today, this man, I said we will eat Wache.
Yeah.
And he interpreted that to mean that I was going to buy him wache.
But the moment you come out to say we'll eat wache, it means you are sponsoring.
No, it means that.
So you will eat wache. Where are we getting the wache from?
See, when I say we will eat wache, the only definite thing here is that I am included.